She stood over our daughter's pink piggy bank like a thief who believed she was owed. Coins clinked, soft and final, as she emptied the jar into her purse. Our daughter just watched, silent, small, her hands clutching the empty space where her savings had been. The bills had been folded by her tiny fingers, saved from birthday cards and chores. A child's idea of pride. My wife smiled at her reflection in the microwave door. "Don't look at me like that," she said. "I deserve it more than you do." My daughter didn't cry. She just nodded. That was the part that broke me. The way she accepted it. Like betrayal was normal. I didn't say a word. Her mother-in-law, my mother-in-law, stood nearby, sipping tea, watching with the faint smirk of someone who believed cruelty was discipline. "She's right, you know," she said to my daughter. "Money teaches lessons." My daughter whispered, "I was saving for a bike." They laughed. I smiled too, because sometimes smiling is quieter than rage. Later that night, I found the purse on the counter. New perfume, designer lipstick, receipts. The total, my daughter's savings, and a little more. In bed, she turned her back to me, scrolling through her phone. I stared at the ceiling fan spinning in slow circles, hypnotic, merciless. I thought of all the time she had taken and justified. The credit cards, the lies about self-care, the way she told our daughter to earn affection, the way she earned things. By pleasing others. I'd mistaken her charm for warmth once. Now I saw the rot beneath it. I started keeping records, quietly. Receipts, dates, whispers of conversations. Not for money, for proof. Because people like her don't change. They only get better at hiding. I began observing her the way a detective observes a suspect he can't yet accuse. She'd sit on the couch, scrolling through her phone, pretending to be burdened by motherhood while painting her nails with the money our daughter had saved. When she'd catch me watching, she'd smile, sweetly, manipulatively, and say, "You're too quiet lately." Quiet was my weapon now. My daughter asked me one night, "Dad, if you love someone, should you still be scared of them?" I froze. Then I said, "No, never." Her silence afterward said more than I could handle. That's when I began planning, not revenge, but clarity. Because truth, when it lands right, can destroy the self-deceived. I opened a new savings account under my daughter's name. I moved a small amount every week. At the same time, I installed a small camera in the living room. Nothing elaborate, just enough to catch her words, her gestures, her lessons. And it didn't take long. The recording showed her leaning over our daughter again, this time slapping her hand away from a cookie jar. "Money," she said, "isn't for dreamers, it's for survivors. And you're not one yet." The laughter that followed was hers. The tears that followed were my daughter's. I watched that video 5 times. Then I sent it to myself, my attorney, and her mother. When she came home that evening, she was glowing, shopping bags in both hands, receipts like ribbons hanging from her purse. She saw me sitting there, laptop open, video paused at the perfect frame, her hand hovering over our daughter's face. "What's that?" she asked. I didn't answer. I just hit play. Her smile wilted in real time as her voice filled the room, mocking, belittling, cruel. She reached for the laptop. I closed it. Then I said it, calm as a confession. "I'm done letting you teach her how to hate herself." Her lips parted, ready for another excuse. None came. The next morning I called her mother. "I've sent you a video," I said. "It's time you see the woman you raised." By noon, her mother stopped answering her calls. By evening, she was gone, her things packed, the silence she left behind cleaner than any apology. I didn't raise my voice, didn't need to. All I did was forward the truth to those whose approval she craved most. Her friends, her boss, her family. And then, quiet, the kind that feels like justice. My daughter keeps her new savings jar on my desk now, clear glass, transparent, like things should be. Every time she drops a coin in, she looks at me first to make sure it's still safe. It is. Sometimes I hear her mother's voice in my head, soft, manipulative, rehearsed. I deserve it more. Now I understand, people like her never take because they need. They take because it reminds them they still can. I don't hate her. Hate gives them power. I just remember, and remembering is enough. She taught my daughter that money defines worth. I taught her that truth defines consequence.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.